Welcome back to the Fans of the Home Team podcast.
I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Miranda. This is a podcast that talks about the fun, the drama, and the effects that sports, teams, and athletes bring to the world, whether good or bad.
This is a podcast for people who care about sports in a deeper way than who won or who lost. It's for the people who love the feel-good stories behind teams and athletes and realize that sports are more than a game.
So this episode has been highly anticipated, and it's our Christmas song bracket episode. So it has nothing to do with sports today, which is totally fine, though. Obviously, all of you loved our sitcom bracket last March. So if you haven't listened to that one, scroll back and listen to that episode. 2 episodes. And so we thought, what better way to talk about our favorite Christmas songs and get into the holiday spirit than with the ultimate Christmas song bracket.
I think this is going to be a battle. I don't know what she put. You don't know what I put either.
No.
I don't know. I feel like there could be some fights here.
This was extremely challenging. And I honestly could be convinced either way on some of these, but I struggled a lot. I love all of these songs, except for like maybe 5. But for the most part, I love all of them. And Kelsey and I went through and just picked out like top Christmas songs. I know we're missing a few, like quite a lot, but it would have been like 10 episodes if we talked about every single Christmas song ever.
We know we missed some. If you're not up to date on current Christmas music, you might not recognize some. We can't play the songs on here because we'll get hit with some copyright. So if you go to our link tree, you can find the playlist on both Apple Music for the normal people like myself and on Spotify for the Spotify weirdo.
Now, so that's what I've been listening to like all weekend, and I listened to it all this morning too because I'm still not sure on a couple of my decisions, but I feel confident. Also, when you go on the playlist, you'll see like which versions we picked because that was a determining factor in some of my choices as well. And I was like, maybe if it was a different version, then I might pick the song over the version we use. But we tried to use the most popular ones.
If you want to fill out your own bracket, you can go to the link tree as well. It'll take you to the Canva page you used to make it, which is open to everybody. And you can just copy and paste your choices in to the empty bracket spaces, and then you can share them with us on Instagram or through text or email or send them through the mail.
I hope nobody that we don't like strangers listening know where we live. That's not be scared.
If we have to move.
Yeah, just receive a random Christmas bracket from one of our listeners. I feel like how I valued these songs was like some nostalgia, because there are nostalgia songs in here, like classic, but also those songs that get me into the Christmas spirit and that I'm excited to listen to. I feel like that's how I kind of scored and went through this bracket.
I know I'm going to get hate messages. Basically, I've already gotten some from Jill and Marie. So my determining factor for me is this a bop? Like, am I going to get hyped to this song? I don't like slow songs. And I also do want to say that I think a lot of people are going to think they know what I'm going to pick just because of what I have told people is my favorite song for the past however many years. That's not true. So if you think you know what I'm going to pick, you don't. Just saying. So
I would also like to say
listen.
the same thing because people think they know what I'm going to pick, but it might be different. You never know. And I also think Christmas music is about what mood you're in. So like today or whenever I was filling out the bracket, like I might have been in a different mood than if I would fill out the next year or the next. I don't know. I think that Christmas music, so many of these songs are so good. It was so hard to pick some of the winners. So tomorrow I could be like, you know what? Actually, I like this song, Let It Snow over Rocking Around the Christmas Tree or whatever, or vice versa. I don't know. There were some challenging matchups, but the sitcom was so much easier because I knew going in, I was like, okay, New Girl is my favorite sitcom. And some of the sitcoms that were in there, I was like, this is straight up trash, like The Big Bang Theory or How I Met Your Mother. But some of these songs, there are like a couple on here that I'm like, you're annoying. But for the most part, I love all of them. And I'm obsessed with the playlist that we created too. So
it's a fire playlist. Highly recommend. for
Yeah.
I need some Christmas songs.
Agreed. Also,
Cool.
I think we should start with if you look at my Christmas sweater, do you think that Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Yes or no?
Oh yeah,
I agree.
for
I
sure.
feel like it's such a hot button debate
I don't know why, but
because I guess it's
it just
like,
is.
I think it's because there are some movies that are like around Christmas and people consider Christmas movies, but they're not actually Christmas movies. But I feel like the whole setting of Die Hard is Christmas. And I feel like you have to have one action movie thrown in with the Christmas mindset.
Just because it's not like a traditional Christmas movie with Santa or some reindeer, I think people are just like, it's not a Christmas movie, but it is. So
I agree.
it's really about the time of year.
I agree. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, I never saw Die Hard before. And Derek was like, what? Like freaking out. And now it's one of my favorite movies ever. And I don't like action movies normally. I think they're blah. But this one, fire.
I haven't seen it. I need to watch it again. It's been a really long time.
Add it to the Christmas movie rotation.
Good idea. Smart. I got to start doing that. Cool. Well, if you're looking at the bracket for this particular episode this week, we're going to be doing the top page, left side of the bracket, all the way to the final four. And then next week, we'll do the right side and the final four and the winner and stuff. So, boom. First matchup is Feliz Navidad versus Jingle Bells. What did you do here?
So this one was honestly pretty easy. But I played Feliz Navidad.
Ooh, I did too. It's just, I don't know. It's got some spice.
Yes.
Got some culture to it.
I agree. And I have a nostalgia story to Feliz Navidad. So as a kid, I literally tried like every activity ever because I would just get bored easily. And I did like baton twirling. So we had like a Christmas, what's it called? Showcase or something. I don't know. Christmas show. And we baton twirled to Feliz Navidad. So that's just like always stuck in my head. My family will tell you the embarrassing story of how, like, at one point we were in pairs and I was facing this way and the other girl was on the other side. And you would like throw the baton back and forth. And she like chucked it at me. And I was like, I'm not fucking catching that. And it flew off the stage. Like, ever. And then one of the audience members like handed it back to me. And I was so pissed at the girl because in practice she kept doing it. And I was like, I'm not going to catch that. She like would dart it at me. And I'm like, it's a metal thing. I'm not about to risk my life in the first grade or however old I was to catch a baton. Like, no, goodbye. So it flew off the stage. But still a great show overall. And I love Feliz Navidad. I feel like you said, it's a vibe.
Wow. I really wish I could have seen the performance with this girl just chucking metal rods at you.
Yeah, it was brutal.
What a time. I never participated in, I don't know, stage things. But Feliz Navidad, about the next one, I know we disagree on. It is the Little Drummer Boy versus Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Jackson 5 version of the song, which is a bop. And the Little Drummer Boy, I'm sorry, is the worst song on this higher bracket. So by default,
on the
it
left
loses
side
to
or the
every other
right
song.
side?
Both sides. It is the worst song on this.
Oh no,
the
there are
32
way
songs.
worse songs. There are way worse. There are way worse songs. Also,
Disagree wholeheartedly.
We picked some interesting versions because I think I like. So I picked the Little Drummer Boy because that for my whole life was my favorite Christmas song. But I like the OG, like the oldie version. I guess I don't know. I didn't really enjoy this version as much. But again, it was hard because Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a classic. But I had to stick to my roots and pick the Little Drummer Boy. I think there's two factors that go into it. One is I've always been obsessed with the drums since I was a kid. I wanted to be a drummer so badly. And my favorite person in a band is always the drummer. That's who I always gravitate towards. So I think that's why I like the beat of the drums. So I like the beat. I don't know. And then number two, this is also my dad's favorite Christmas song.
Wow. I'm going to get wrecked next time I see him then. I cannot get hyped. So, I'm not jamming to the car to that. There's no way.
You're not going to get hyped. Not I know you score differently, but, like, not all Christmas songs are meant to get you hyped up. And I know that you I listen to Christmas music, so that's probably why. But if you want songs to get hyped up, you might have to expand your horizons to, like, pop or hip hop or electronic or something like that. Like, not all Christmas songs are meant to get you hyped the fuck up.
I listen to Christmas music, country music, and High School Musical.
Again,
Those are my
not
genres.
meant to get you hyped up. I mean, there are some hype up country music, but there's a lot of slow country music, and you just
I don't listen to that. I don't songs. No.
Honestly, I'm surprised you don't listen to pop music because, one, you love Kelly Clarkson, and two, pop music, I personally feel like is the genre you would enjoy the most because it's the most high energy, cheery, poppy music.
I listen to it. Every Kelly Clarkson song is on my phone. I don't know. As a genre, I just don't keep up with it like I do the big three, you know?
The big three. That's what I would like everyone to remember. That Kelsey's judgment of music is literally based off of High School Musical, Christmas music, and country. So I think we're done.
The wedding playlist is going to be hype, let me tell you.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. I won't be in charge.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know Janelle will have majority say, at least I hope so, in the wedding playlist.
Yeah, otherwise people would probably just bounce. It'd just be me vibing by myself.
Just you on the stand for dancing to Breaking Free from High School Musical. Nobody else. I would be out there as
That will be on there. No, it will be on there and you guys will be out there.
Oh, I'll purchase. And I was going to say, like, it would be different if you guys were getting married in the summer, but since you're getting married in the fall, like, you could honestly get away with some Christmas.
I feel like one will sneak its way in there.
I think you
We'll
could
see.
do it.
I think so. We'll see if
All
I
I
can-
want for Christmas is you. That's romantic.
I think we'll be able to slide that one in there. We'll see what happens. Just shoot a little message to the DJ afterwards. The matchup is, I thought this one was kind of this was my first difficult-ish one. It was Let It Snow versus Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. What I mean by difficult is I had to listen to them both before deciding, instead of just making a quick judgment. So I went with Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree because, you know, it's a bop. You're rocking around the tree. I love the tree.
I love the tree. We all hail the tree.
Oh, hail tree.
I also want to rocking around the Christmas tree because, again, that song is a bop. I love that song. I'm obsessed with that song. What's her name?
Brenda Lee.
What a queen for giving us that gem. It does make me laugh, though, because when I was a kid and listened to the song, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, I just imagine, like, someone in a circle, like, dancing around the Christmas tree, and I'm like, who does that?
That's me when it comes on. Just me dancing in my house around the tree.
Around the tree. Isn't your tree backed up against two walls?
Yeah, this year it's not gonna work. So
Yeah.
I'll just dance around the table.
Let It Snow, it was hard. I feel like Let It Snow is a classic, and it's a good song. Again, most of these songs are really good. So it's not like it's a bad song, but I just think I enjoy Rocking Around the Christmas Tree more.
I don't think I dislike any of these songs, but, you know, there's definitely some that are better than others.
I also dislike one artist that we put
An
on.
artist?
Yeah.
Are you seriously still pissed off with this Elvis movie?
No, it's not Elvis. It's not Elvis. I won't talk about the Elvis movie until the day I die because that movie is trash. And I don't believe anybody who says it's good. Like, I don't agree. I don't think it's trash. I think it's fine. But that movie was so overhyped. But it doesn't make me dislike Elvis at all. I've always liked him and I still enjoy his movies. So, no, Elvis is not the artist who is getting shit talked in this bracket at some point.
I was gonna say, I was gonna fight you. So
No.
I love Elvis. His
Yeah.
music.
I love Elvis. I love the song chose for him on here once we get to them. But
Facts. Our next matchup, we put some Biebs in here, put in Mistletoe, a more recent Christmas song, against Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This one was actually hard, like, legitimately. I went back and forth for a little bit. The nostalgia one, because I did pick Rudolph over Mistletoe.
Same. I think the nostalgia one as well, because I
Ooh.
enjoy Mistletoe and I love Justin Bieber, especially back then on his Chrysalis album. He's like little baby Biebs. But Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, come on. That and Frosty the Snowman, I feel like were the two songs I learned the earliest on in my life.
Yeah, I remember. So this was back when cars had CDs. If you know, you know. Anyway, my parents had this rack of Christmas CDs, and I'll talk about this to the day I fucking die. The Rosie O'Donnell Christmas CD in 1997, she made this Bop Christmas album. It's got Angelica Pickles on it. It's a top 3 Christmas CD. I'm not fucking kidding you. It's really good. It's hilarious. So you should listen to it. I don't know where I was going, but we had a stack of CDs in the car, and there was 6 that we rotated. So 2 or 3 months, that's all we listened to. It had all the old nostalgic ones were on one. We had an Elf CD too. That was a bop. But yeah, the main one was this 30-song album with all the classics on it, including Rudolph and Frosty and all them. So those are some of my fondest childhood memories. My parents still have the CDs that they play in the house.
As they should. Never get rid of those.
Especially Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, no. But you're saying it's
Elmo was in it.
Christmas album, but she's not even singing in it. I'm so confused. Or doesn't have good vocal.
She is. I mean, I don't know what good is. I can't tell if someone's good at singing or not, to be honest with you. Celine Dion is on this album. Cher's on it. Trisha Yearwood,
okay.
Billy Joel, and sang. Like, she collaborated Elmo, Elton John.
Elmo, damn, that's the
Angelica-
celebration of the year.
Angelica Pickles. This album is so good. I promise. It's really
Okay.
good.
So
I have to listen to
probably-
it.
It's primarily like the actual artists who are carrying the songs, and she just like background vocals.
I would say she sings 50% of the song. No, it's a true collaboration. Like, she is singing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to this after we record because I don't believe. I didn't think she could.
The little drummer boy's on there, so.
Wow.
Okay. She can physically sing. I don't know if it's good. Again, I was a child, but she probably sings better than I do. To me, that's good.
Yeah, I just think Rudolph appeals to our inner child. And I always love, like, because there's, like, so many different, like, the version where you're, like, sing the extra stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Ad-lib stuff.
Yeah, I can't even think of the song right now, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's this
Love
part about
to-
football. Or, like, Santa. They're like, Santa shows up in his underwear.
Wait, what? That must be the risque version.
That's in the Rosie version. I'm just kidding. No, that's like an ad-lib.
Oh, I don't know that ad-lib.
Oh, you guys weren't allowed to talk about old men in their underwear? It's crazy.
No, that must be an explicit version.
Must have been the Ohio version.
Probably. I do think it's kind of crazy, though. I think of Rudolph and Frosty as kids' jingles, and it's just like a short little thing. So it's kind of crazy that the full song.
And they also had the TV specials for each song, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Those are classic. But when I try to watch them now, it's hard.
Oh, I watch them. I have no issues.
I watch them, but the claymation ones, and they're like,
I love the claymation ones.
Also, I'll talk about this in the next episode, but Rudolph, greater than Frosty, honestly.
I mean, Frosty doesn't do anything.
He's also like a little
Technically.
feisty in the movie.
Frosty?
Yes, because he's...
Or Rudolph?
No. Rudolph, justice for Rudolph, honestly, always. And as I was listening to the song back, so... because it's like none of his friends will hang out or play with him, and then just because Santa gave him attention and now he's the lead reindeer, now they all want to cheer and shout with glee. Like,
I would have stunted on them hoes if I were Rudolph. I'd been like, fuck you, we're not friends.
Yeah, like you were my ride or die reindeers from the beginning, so goodbye. Now that I'm getting attention from Mr. Claus himself, like, you can go F yourself.
Rudolph needs to be petty like us.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think.
Justice for Rudolph.
Our next matchup is Underneath the Tree, which is a Kelly Clarkson Christmas song. It's her song, not a remake. And then the other one is Baby It's Cold Outside. I'm going to ride with Kelly here, just like I probably will for most matchups. Tune in to find out. But Underneath the Tree is such a bop. It gets you so hyped up. It's like the ultimate hype Christmas song. And it's great. I think this is Janelle's favorite song, too. I'm pretty sure. Pretty positive.
Underneath the Tree is my favorite Kelly Clarkson Christmas song. So obviously I picked it. And it's so good. I think it gets better and better the more you listen to it. I used to like Baby Don't Outside, but now when I listen to it, I kind of just cringe because I'm like, yeah, again. And we chose the Dean Martin version, and I love Dean Martin, but the song just doesn't hit the same in 2022 as it did back when it originally came out, I'm assuming. But yeah, no, Underneath the Tree, that song does something to my blood. Like, I'm just like ready. My blood turned red and green, and I'm ready for Christmas. It's so good. It's so good.
It just transforms you into this magical Christmas being, basically.
And I will say, like, her voice, she's, I think, one of the most underrated artists of all time because her voice is so good and it's so well showcased in this song.
It's crazy to say that someone that famous and that good is underrated, but I agree with you.
Yeah. I just think in terms of like pop, and again, there's so many pop artists, so I feel like it is hard to stand out, but she's so good. And I understand just favoring like the classic Christmas songs. And I would say for the most part, that's what I did. But this one is an exception, and I 10/10 recommend. And I recommend just listening to like Kelly Clarkson Christmas in general. I heard a story on another podcast about how, what's her face? Mariah Carey. What's her name? You know, just Mariah Carey was trying.
What's that one girl's name?
Was trying to copyright or pad something like that. That's like the Queen of Christmas. That it was her because of literally one song, "All I Want for Christmas," and everyone obviously denied it, and she didn't get it. And if anybody, I feel like more so Kelly Clarkson is a Queen of Christmas, not Mariah Carey.
I agree with you. I mean, her 2 Christmas albums, her whole ass albums, I mean, they're fantastic. The new one just hits home.
Yes. And
It's
her
the best
number,
Christmas album of all time.
her number one song, at least on Spotify, is Underneath the Tree. Like,
Yeah,
that's how
it is.
it's got it.
Yeah, I really think we should be pushing this a lot more. I love All I Want for Christmas Is You. I appreciate the contribution that Mariah has made towards my life with this one song, but I need more than one song to give you a crown for the whole damn holiday.
Yeah, I agree. And I think she's definitely like leaned into it more. That social media has come around and been a thing, and she always does the cool video on November 1st and stuff. But yeah.
It's a little bit of a reach.
But yeah, Underneath the Tree, yes, baby, pulled outside, goodbye.
Yeah, some things don't age well. This did not age well. I think I like the Elf version the best, though.
Oh, with Zoe Deschanel
Low-key.
and Farrell? Yes.
Yeah, which is
But-
wild that those two are singing a song together, but
Yeah.
yes, that version.
But even that scene in the bath, again, it's so innocent because he doesn't know.
It's a little creepy.
And she's like so casual, like, so why were you in the bathroom? I would have been like, what the fuck? Actually, you were in the bathroom in the woman's restroom and singing with me while I was showering. Like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, dude, think about being in the bathroom. You're bopping to Christmas songs, as I do typically when I shower now, and someone just starts singing with you. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs.
And the fact, like, what, and obviously it's a movie, but she turns the water off and then opens the curtain so slowly, then starts screaming. I immediately would have been like screaming on the top of my lungs, help, 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 SOS, somebody come save me.
And then she marries him. Like, no.
I already watched Elf once so far, and I'll probably watch it a million more times because it's my favorite Christmas movie. But I think, again, he thinks he's an elf and he has no social cues. So I guess it's like, okay. But yeah, no, the song literally in the lyric, because I'm listening to like the beginning and I was like, okay, not so bad. And then it progresses. And at a point, the woman singing literally says no.
No means no.
Exactly. The beat and the singing is amazing, but the lyrics should change. Or someone should create a new song.
I think
updated.
I think someone did, but I don't remember it. And it's not on our list, so. Your outdated lyrics can't beat the Queen of Christmas. So, next matchup, we've got an Elvis song. Here Comes Santa Claus, his version of it. And then Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC. I know I absolutely defend Elvis till the day I die. Not here, though. I really like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. This is a bop, dude.
Me too. I think it's fine. So this is where the version comes in. I think the Elvis version was a little too bluegrass for me. Like I like Blue Christmas because it's his vibe, but with Here Comes Santa Claus, I wasn't feeling it. So yeah, I also picked Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC.
I think we've only disagreed once so far.
Yeah,
which is
I'm
crazy.
shocked. We're doing much better than the sitcom bracket, but I will say I feel like we're not going to agree on the right side of the bracket at all.
Okay, I can only imagine what that means. So, R.I.P. me. Is this an original song from NSYNC?
I think so.
Like, this comes on the radio. Like, I'm ready to go. We're hyped.
And I think, again, it's NSYNC. Like, I loved NSYNC. I think they were my first concert that I ever went to. And it was me and my friend and my friend's mom and my mom. And all four of us. This is why I probably won't ever bring my kids to a concert until they're like 12, maybe. Because I sat there with earplugs in my ears because it was so loud. And there were so many girls screaming naturally because it's NSYNC. And it was enjoyable. And again, I remember it. It was a core memory, but probably wasted ticket money on me as a child going to NSYNC.
I can't imagine bringing a child to a concert at all. I feel like they would just be in the way.
Yeah, like you're not really enjoying it. And I also love the cover of this song, like the album cover. I just feel like it's classic 90s Christmas boy band.
90s Christmas vibes are the best vibes that you can find.
I think we're so biased because we're both 90s.
I would sell my limbs to go back to the 90s Christmas.
And my legs. Derek and I watched because we were like organizing and putting Christmas stuff up or starting because my tree is not done yet. It's in the early stages. But we were watching Christmas movies all day yesterday and we watched Santa Claus 1 and Santa Claus 2 because Santa Claus 3 is ass. I hate that movie. And it's so unfortunate because I love Martin Short, who plays Jack Snow. But, oh my God, I hate that movie so much. It makes me so angry. We watched those two, and then we watched the new Santa Claus series on Disney Plus because they're doing a limited series, and the first 2 episodes were out. It was actually pretty cute. But anyway, Tim Allen is in it, and he's talking to his elf friend, and he's like, I can't believe I've been doing this for 28 years. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm 28 years old. The first movie, it came out in 1994. But I didn't realize it was the year we were born.
I hate when things are the same age as me.
Yes. It makes me cringe so hard because I'm just like 28. And then I was texting my mom about it and she was like, yes, those movies make me so sad because I used to watch them with my kids. And then I was like, I know, I feel sad because I'm 28. And like you said, I would go back to like enjoying Christmas as a kid, first of all, and with your parents and your siblings and stuff like that. And just the 90s vibe were premium and early 2000s. Basically, until I left the house, Christmas was the best. And now I have to pay for shit on the
The vibes now are not good. The vibes are not it.
I think it's too because you're so innocent as a kid and you don't know anything about the world. You still believe in Santa Claus, which, spoiler alert, you don't know.
Can you imagine if you told some kids Santa doesn't exist?
And even when we were watching, I think it was Santa Claus, I turned to Derek and I was like, I think if I had 3 wishes from a genie, the first one would be that Santa Claus was real. I wish it was real so bad. Still, as a 28-year-old adult.
Sorry if we just told your kids Santa's not real, but this is not a podcast for kids.
Listen with your earphones in so no kids can hear you. Hear us.
Facts. Anyway, check 1 point to NSYNC. Next matchup is Silent Night versus All I Want for Christmas Is You. I know I was giving Mariah a hard time, but the song changed Christmas music entirely. It's one of the best out there. Silent Night's not that good. This is an easy matchup for Mariah Carey.
I picked All I Want for Christmas Is You because, like, how could you not? But out of all of these other songs, she would probably be in the bottom half of the playlist because I like that song, but I think I've so overplayed that I'm just like, it's really good, and I agree it probably changed the way of Christmas music, but I just think it's so overhyped.
Wow. I
I
agree
still
it's played a lot,
It
but
played so much, and I feel like there was definitely a time, maybe it was, like, when we were in undergrad at college or something, where this song blew up all over again, and obviously it blows up every holiday season, and it's probably one of the
Mhm.
number 1 songs played, but it gives me PTSD because it's played so often. Originally, because I wrote mine down because I'm just so old school, but I originally put Silent Night, and then I was like, "No." Because and I'll tell you again, I love Silent Night. I like a mix of slow songs because I actually listen to other music besides Christmas country and High School Musical, and I like some of the slow Christmas songs because it makes me emotional. I don't know, and it gives me chills. And I enjoy Silent Night. I've always loved that song. One of the memories I have too is I remember it was always a big deal to decorate the outside of our house as kids, and we would all help my dad and everything. And one year we got this really cool, we still have it, but it was when the lights timed with music was blowing up and it was a huge deal,
Mhm.
brand new thing, innovative. And we got one of those trees and it had a rotation of a few songs. And the prettiest one was Silent Night. So I think that's also why I like that song because it reminds me of my childhood and decorating outside with my family. But yeah, I picked All I Want for Christmas Is You because it is a classic Christmas song. And it is a good song. I just think it's so overplayed. Like out of all of this Christmas music, that one I think is the most overplayed.
Yeah, that's probably a fact. I've just always loved it. I will play this any time of year, as I will with most of these songs, though. So that doesn't really matter. Last first round matchup on the left side of the bracket is Most Wonderful Time of Year against Blue Christmas. Sorry, Elvis. I actually don't really rock with Elvis's Christmas songs. I know he really liked to sing them, but I just think his non-Christmas stuff is better. The Most Wonderful Time of Year is one of those songs where you're just like, fuck yeah, it's Christmas time now, bitch. It just gives you that kick in the pants, you know?
Yeah, I think it's classic Christmas. As soon as I hear the starting, I'm like, let's go. I think that it is so nostalgic. And yeah, classic Christmas. My favorite Elvis Christmas song is Blue Christmas. I enjoy
Mhm.
it. I don't know. It just doesn't vibe as well, at least in my opinion. So I think the two songs that were really hard to mix was Silent Night and Blue Christmas, but their matchups just destroyed them. So Most Wonderful Time of the Year. That would be a top 5 all-time Christmas songs that I'm like, this is Christmas.
That's a good point. Yeah, this is a great song. Blue Christmas gets a bad matchup. There's some bad matchups in here for some songs, but the bracket lays how it lays. We clicked the randomizer button. We really didn't move things if it didn't come
No.
out right. We were just like, that's what it is. So
Yeah.
whatever.
No. This is what happened.
This is what happened. Should let Google take over? Whatever. Things we had to ride with how the bracket wanted to ride. So there's one matchup I legitimately cried about being a
I wonder if
matchup at
it's
one
the
point
same
on
one
the right
because
side.
yeah, on the right side, one of them, it's like there was a few, but one of them, I literally my brain was short circuiting because I couldn't get which song I wanted.
I had a second rounder that I've been thinking about for days, but I know I made the right choice and I feel guilty. All right. Well, we made it through the first round on this bracket. We only disagreed once out of 8 matchups. So that's pretty good. But this is where it starts to get tough. This is where good songs are going against good songs. So the top matchup in this next round is Feliz Navidad versus, for you, Little Drummer Boy, and for me, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So who'd you push forward?
So this was a shock, but I picked Feliz Navidad.
What?
I know. And I know my sister was like, she's gonna pick Little Drummer Boy. That's been her favorite song forever. And I agree, but I think it was the version. I don't know if I like the Bing Cosby version of the Little Drummer Boy. I'm trying to remember like the classic one that I remember. And I think I have the record because my sister, one year for Christmas, she got me a vintage. It's one of the original records of Little Drummer Boy and has the original sleeve and the record, and it plays really well too. Derek and I play it every Christmas. It really is one of my favorite Christmas songs, but I think this version I don't enjoy as much. And again, I think I was just like more in a Feliz Navidad mood. But this was really hard for me.
The Little Drummer Boys OG was sung by Catherine Kennicott Davis in 1941.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. But yeah, I like more of like oldie version of the Little Drummer Boy. And it would always play on the radio too. It would be that version. But I don't think we could find it on Spotify, so that's why we went with Bing Crosby. But I think the Little Drummer Boy version, not my fave. So I won with Feliz Navidad. But it was hard.
Feliz Navidad to the Elite Eight. Wow. I cut it out here. I think the Jackson 5 do Santa Claus is coming so good. I get so freaking lit when I hear this. It's about the vibes. I put them up against each other. It's like, this makes me more hype. I'm a simple person. I'm going to get a lot of hate. I just know it. I'm going to get hate messages from around the world.
Hate messages.
Yep. Hate in the DMs from how I judge Christmas songs. But yeah, no, Santa Claus is Coming to Town is an Elite 8 song for this bracket. So we're not on the same page there, but that's okay.
No.
I'm just glad the Little Drummer Boy died.
Upon reflection, as an adult, like thinking about how often I listen to Little Drummer Boy during Christmas season compared to some of these other songs. I think I listen to a lot of the other songs more than Little Drummer Boy. Like, I love listening to it, but like you said, it doesn't hype me up for the Christmas season as much as Feliz Navidad.
More of a nostalgic factor around it.
Yeah, exactly.
But not a hype train. R.I.P. Little Drummer Boy. Next matchup. The next 3 matchups we're in agreement on at this point. So we've got Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree versus Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This was not difficult. It had to move Brenda Lee and her tree forward.
Yes. Same. Honestly, I love Rudolph, but I think it's more like a kid's jingle. I don't think it's a song I listen to in the Christmas season as regularly as Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. And that song is so good.
Did Brenda do any other songs, or is this like her one-hit Christmas wonder? I don't know who this is.
Me either, but she did an amazing job. Let's see.
We say Brenda Lee. I keep picturing Brenda's song from Zack and Cody.
No, it is not Brenda's song. But you know what her Christmas connection is?
Brenda's songs? Oh, doesn't she have a kid with Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah, and they might be married, but I don't remember.
I know they have a child, which I love. Such a great pair. I definitely would have thought that when I was a child, for sure.
I'm for sure with matching up the kid from Home Alone and London Tipton, 100%.
Oh, as soon as I saw London Tipton, I was like, she would be great with Kevin McAllister.
What a shocking matchup. She has Merry Christmas from Brenda, and she has like Jingle Bell Rock, Silver Bells. But she has some that I've never heard of. A Marshmallow World.
Oh, I'm going to listen to those soon.
Strawberry. No.
Oh, I'm listening to those.
But yeah, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree is number 1. It actually was re-released this year, reimagined by Fila. I don't know who that is, but it has 577,850,627 streams just on Spotify.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Way to go, Brenda. Keep on pushing. I don't know if she's alive. I don't know. Shout out to Brenda, though.
1964.
Ooh, she was singing in 64? That's crazy. I was -30.
Yeah, that song is just so good. Oh, I think she's still alive. She's 77. Oh my God, amazing. Brenda Mae Tarpley, known professionally as Brenda Lee. She had 47 U.S. chart hits during the 1960s and is ranked 4th in that decade, surpassed only by Elvis, the Beatles, and Ray Charles.
She sung that in 64, so she was 19 years old when she sung that.
That's crazy. Let's go. We love some woman representation.
Brenda, you would go. Sorry for calling you a one-hit wonder. That's kind of fucked up.
I mean, I don't really listen to 60s music, but so how would we know? Also, she's been married, Ronnie Shacklet, to her spouse since 1963.
Since 18.
I was going to say, how old?
She was 18. How old is Ronnie?
Let's see. I'm nervous.
It's about to get problematic really quick.
Ronnie Shacklet. He doesn't really have a Wikipedia situation.
I hate them Googling Ronnie Shacklet age. He's 71, so he was 22 and she was 18, which I don't love. I'm guessing they didn't meet that year.
No. But it could be worse. I was expecting like a 30-year-old man.
That would be gross. Anyway, I hope they're very happy. Sorry,
I mean,
for
they've been
shitting on
married
you.
for a fuck ton of time.
This went off the rails.
57 years. Well, we had to do some Brenda Lee, or else we're just going to keep saying she's a one-hit wonder. Meanwhile, she's up there with the ranks of Elvis, the Beatles, and Ray Charles. So who would have thought? Where's Brenda Lee's movie?
Honestly, I need a Brenda Lee movie stat.
Hey, that sounds fascinating. Probably better than the Elvis movie.
Oh my God. They can't put Tom Hanks in it. Tom Hanks plays Ronnie Shacklet.
Tom Hanks ruined is not. I will start a petition for that not to happen.
Facts, honestly. Get out of here. Next matchup is Underneath the Tree versus Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Two OG, newer-ish Christmas bops between some greats.
This is like the pop matchup of
It really is. I think we said it already, but
yeah.
Underneath the Tree is really hard to beat. So it moves to the Elite Eight pretty easy.
Yep, same for me. I love the NSYNC version, but that song, Underneath the Tree,
it does something to you.
It's so good.
All right, last one for this round. All I Want for Christmas Is You versus The Most Wonderful Time of Year. I'm guessing we're not going to agree here.
No.
But I'm moving on. Mariah Carey and All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah, and I moves on Most Wonderful Time of the Year by, what's his name? Andy Williams? Yes.
That's a hard one. That's a tough matchup.
Yeah, again, I just think Most Wonderful Time of the Year is one of those classic Christmas songs that get me hyped. So I was like, you're moving.
Facts. That's a good one. I just, I'm still on the Mariah bandwagon at this point. So we'll see what happens.
Like, All I Want for Christmas Is You, like, really, you're lying.
I know. You should see my list every year. It's pretty extensive.
Not just us as kids screaming that song, but really, we have the longest Christmas list ever.
I know. My mom would give us a Toys R Us magazine, and we just circle shit we wanted in it. And it was filled circles.
Yeah. Just
good times.
Just take the whole magazine. I'll take everything. One of each, please.
One of each, Mom. Now I'm sending her the Amazon links through the Notes app, basically, at this point.
Yeah, I literally sent my Christmas list to Derek from the Notes app.
That's the best place to do your Christmas notes. This is not an ad for the Notes app on iPhone.
I don't even think they need an ad. It just comes on your phone.
That's true. This is an iPhone ad. If you have an iPhone, Notes app.
Yeah, can you sponsor us so we can get free iPhones and iPads, please? And thank you.
That would be so nice. I would love a Mac desktop, like the yellow one. It looks super nice.
Yeah, I had an iPad on my Christmas list, but then I took it off because I was like, maybe I'll ask for that for my birthday. Because I have other stuff on my Christmas list that I'm prioritizing, and I really need it, like for my technology portion, I need a better camera for my laptop.
Send me the one you asked for.
I haven't had anything.
Oh, you just asked for a camera for your laptop?
Yeah. I'm assuming Derek will ask me, like, what?
Oh, I was going to, you sent it to Derek. I was like, you're just going to let your mom or something? Like, choose. Yeah. I was like, I would not let my mother do that.
No, I sent it to Derek and I put 1080p or above. So I'm sure he'll have some questions. If I even get it.
Okay, yeah. We should probably talk about that offline. Yeah. Anyway, we're at the Elite Eight now. So I have Santa Claus is Coming to Town versus Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, which you've put up against Feliz Navidad. I feel like we could agree here, but I am moving Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by our girl Brenda to the final four.
Same. I picked down Navidad and moved on Rocking Around the Christmas Tree as well. It's hard to beat. It really is.
It truly is. I'm just looking at our low graphic, and I think I did a fantastic job on this, if I do say so myself. But anyway.
No, I agree. And it has all the cute Christmas decorations. It's perfect. It's very festive.
Check out the link tree. Another plug. Our other Elite 8 matchup, I've got Underneath the Tree versus All I Want for Christmas Is You. And you have Underneath the Tree and Most Wonderful Time of Year. So what did you move forward?
It's been hard in some of these, but this one was actually really hard. And I listened to these two songs back and forth, and I moved on Most Wonderful Time of the Year because it's more like classic Christmas. I know, I was sad, but like I couldn't give it up yet.
Wow. I really thought we were going to be on the same page here because I moved on Underneath the Tree over All I Want for Christmas Is You. For a really long time, my fun fact was that All I Want for Christmas Is You is my favorite song of all time. So I feel like we're growing, we're making strides in life.
I'm so proud of our adult decision.
We are truly adults at this point. So yeah, I'm surprised that that's what you put to your final four, but I get the nostalgia behind it.
And I think, again, like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree and Most Wonderful Time of the Year, those are two songs that I hear them and I'm like, it's Christmas time. And I don't know if Underneath the Tree is there yet, just because like I need to just continue to ingrain it in my Christmas routine, which it has been. And then maybe one day it'll be one of those. But that song is so good. I'm not surprised because I have known you, like, I guess in your adult life, where I know that your favorite artist is Kelly Clarkson. So I was like, I know one of these songs is going to be Kelly Clarkson. I'm interested to see the right side of the bracket because there's, spoiler alert, 2 more Kelly Clarkson songs on this bracket. But so whenever it's like Underneath the Tree, I was like, oh, she's definitely picking that one.
Let's be clear. This entire bracket could have been Kelly Clarkson Christmas songs, in my opinion. The whole thing. I listened to all of them. That entire album, slow songs, fast songs, I bossed that thing. So paring it down to 3 was difficult. We've left some out that I really like, but the songs need to be in here too.
You guys are lucky that I was like actively trying to pull Kelsey back from more Kelly Clarkson.
The Kelly Clarkson Christmas song bracket from Fans of the Home Team. So we have reached the end of this first episode. We've both brought Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree to the Final Four. That's pretty decent, actually, to have one agreement to the Final Four at this point.
50%.
And then I have Underneath the Tree in here, and you have Most Wonderful Time of Year. 3 very good Christmas songs.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like someone brought, like, Silent Night to the Final Four, you know?
No.
So.
Silent Night couldn't even make it out of the first spot. That matchup is rough.
We did this without fighting. That's pretty crazy. But any thoughts on this left side? Any look-aheads to the right side?
I think the right side, we're not going to agree on as much. There's some songs on the right side that I dislike. Yeah. Whereas this left side, I feel like was more like classic. I really enjoy all of the songs on this list. Like there's none that I'm like, this is trash. But I will say it was challenging. I'm just going to pour one out for the little drummer boy.
Pour one out for the little boy that drums and Miranda's drumming dreams. The left side as a whole is definitely a stronger side of the bracket. I think we're going to have some real problems on this right side of the bracket, so we'll see what happens.
Tune in.
Excited for that. Tune in. Don't miss it. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Next week, like we said, finishing up the Christmas song brackets. You don't want to miss out.
Check out our link tree, which you can find in the description of this episode. That's where you'll also find the bracket that you can fill out on your own if you want to participate. Personally, I think this will make great holiday conversation with your loved ones, or you can start a fight on Christmas Eve. I don't know. And then you can also find both the Spotify and the Apple playlist for this as well. As always, the link tree is our one-stop shop where you can find all of those things, but also our social media accounts, and also sign up to share your fandom story with us, which we want to bring back eventually.
And so you don't miss any of our upcoming podcasts, subscribe to us on whatever platform you're listening on: Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Amazon, and more.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next Wednesday for part 2 of the Christmas bracket.
Bye.